Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing cloudy conditions out there this morning with some light rain showers around the region. And as we move through the day today, expecting some on and off light rain showers with a slight chance of seeing an embedded thunderstorm with that activity as we move through the day. But as we go into the evening time, we'll see a boundary come through and clear out some of this moisture with much better conditions returning for the end of the week and into the weekend. Take a look at our current surface analysis. We have this rain activity still flowing through the region as we've seen much of the week. And the boundary we'll be looking at this evening will be this one off to the northwest that will be pushing through. And behind that, we'll see this high pressure building in, and we'll see drier air and much nicer, more seasonable conditions moving in as well. Looking at current conditions this morning, just a few clouds around 1,000 feet, scattered deck at 5,000 feet, broken at 11, and overcast at 15,000 feet. Winds light out of the west at 6 knots, temperature at 77 degrees, relative humidity is at 93%. Take a look at the local radar. As we can see, seeing those light showers passing through the area. Much of the convective activity is off to the southeast, but we can't rule out some of that moving through as we go into the afternoon hours, as well as some pockets of some more moderate to heavier rain moving through. But this will be the picture as we move through much of the day today, likely seeing a break in some of that action as we get later in the day. If we look at our current visible satellite, we can see socked in the clouds with all of this activity, and again, that will be the case as we move through the most of the next 24 hours till we get on the backside of that front moving through. Looking at the short-term high-resolution model, we'll see, again, much the same, expecting that on and off light rain to continue through the area. As we get into the afternoon, we'll have a slightly better chance of seeing an embedded thunderstorm with this activity, but later in the afternoon, we'll see a chance of seeing a break in some of the activity, maybe a lingering sprinkle or shower, and then the front itself will start to approach as we approach around 20 local or 8 p.m. this evening, and that will have another chance of some rain showers with it, possibly a thunderstorm with that as well. But as you can see, the NAM model here indicating that much of the activity fizzles out before it reaches the Wallops region with that boundary pushing through. And then things will remain dry as we go into the start of the day on Friday. We'll see a slight onshore breeze and temperatures right around average or just below average for our Friday. Much of that continues as we go into Friday evening and into Saturday. Friday evening, we'll actually see some cooler than average temperatures, and then Saturday looking to be back to a seasonable high for this time of year. But as you can see, drier conditions, less humidity expected as we end the week and continue into the weekend, and things are looking quite nice for our weekend. So we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting orange conditions for precip as we move through the working hours today. We keep a yellow risk for that lightning threat moving through the working hours as well, looking at about a 20% chance as we move through the later part of the morning, bumping up to about 25% chance as we get into the afternoon hours. We'll see winds out of west-southwest, shifting more southwesterly as we move through the day, 7 to 12 knots with peak gusts up around 17 knots. We'll stay in the upper 70s for our highs today, possibly reaching 80 at the peak high of the day. And then as we get past working hours, we'll see continuing lingering chance of some light rain around the area, but overall break in the activity with remaining overcast with those south winds 6 to 11 knots gusting up to 16 knots. And then out ahead of that front pushing through, we pick up once again that yellow risk for lightning as we move past 8 p.m. this evening. With that chance of shower or storm with that boundary pushing through. And then behind that boundary, we'll just see cloudy conditions and drier conditions, and those winds will be fairly light out of the west to northwest, around 4 to 9 to 3 to 8 knots. And as we move through the morning hours on Friday, behind that front, we'll see a chance for some patchy fog around the area as we move into the start of the day. And we'll start off with mostly cloudy conditions for our day on Friday with mainly high clouds around, but we'll see a few low-level and mid-level clouds around as well, and those winds starting to shift and pick up a bit out of the north-northeast. Our low temperature expected around 70 degrees, right about average for this time of year. And tides are running normal. If we look at the next couple days, we'll see mostly cloudy conditions again to start the day on Friday, and then we'll gradually see partly cloudy conditions as we move through the day. We'll keep that onshore breeze through the day, high around 82 degrees. That's a degree or two below our average high for this time of year. So overall green conditions expected, and those green conditions are expected to continue as we move through Friday night as well as into Saturday. Friday night, we'll see partly cloudy to mostly clear conditions. We'll see seasonably cool conditions, slightly below average with a low around 65 degrees. And as we go into Saturday, partly cloudy, pleasant, seasonable day with a light onshore breeze, a little bit lighter than what we'll see on Friday, and a high temperature of 84 degrees, which is right about average for this time of year. So that's going to wrap up our 8:15 daily operations forecast. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.